pre-orders are releasing right now, since the Drukhari stuff is going to be coming out in about 2 weeks. So we finally have all the information on it. Drukhari is an army that I constantly forget even exists, because I feel like GW sometimes forgets that it exists. So like it says, the Drukhari, they terrorize the galaxy with merciless raids, seeking to inflict excruciating pain on their prey before disappearing back into the dark city of Komara on an uncanny realm hidden deep within the webway. So the codex is like a standard codex. It'll be 136 pages, as you can see, which contains army rules, 5 detachments, which I feel like has been the normal for everything that's coming out. They'll add on later different things depending on balancing things, unless there's Space Marines, in which case they get like a shit ton. 23 data sheets, which means there's only going to be 23 different units to use. Background lore for scheming factions of Komara supported. They have art, photography of the miniatures, rules for battling rival lords, and then the Crusade campaigns. If you've never played Crusade, it's a lot of fun. It has like additional rules and additional ways to play. And it's going to come in like 2 versions of the codex. So you're going to have the standard version, but then you're gonna have that fancy one, which honestly the fancy ones always look really cool. I wish they did new art. I think they always just reuse old art, which really sucks, but it still looks really cool. So I guess that's the only thing we can do. And this is one of the 2 new minis. I wish they released way more minis for this faction, because I feel like there really isn't that much for them. So you're gonna get Lady Malice, which is this model. She looks really cool. I don't plan on playing Drukhari, but I might have to pick her up because she actually looks really interesting to paint. So she's more than likely going to be an epic hero, since you don't get any additional poses. You just get the one. You do get a head replacement, so you can go with either the little face covering or just the standard one. She still looks really cool. Now, the Battle Force box, I think, is actually really good. So I'm looking at everything. Seems to be a lot. It seems at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units, if I'm counting it correctly, plus the new leader. So this new leader is brand new to the faction. It's one of the 2, like I mentioned earlier, there's 2 new characters coming. That's going to be one of them, and it honestly looks really cool. And I'm going to go down below a little bit, and here it's going to show you all of the options that you get with it. So I think it's not going to be an epic hero, so you can buy multiples of them, and you can it has like multiple weapon choices, mask, head choices. I think this model actually looks pretty cool. Not as cool as Lady Malice, but I don't know, I'm gonna pick this one up, but definitely the other one. I'm glad that it looks like it can lead a whole lot of different units, which is awesome, because it would suck if it can lead like 2, but there's like 3 options. So if you want to play multiples of them, you totally can. And now we have the Combat Patrol that's coming out in as well. The Combat Patrol looks interesting, and I swear I thought I saw a second one, and it comes with a bunch of these guys, the Racks. These actually look pretty cool. I don't know if it's because I like Tyranids and these guys look like mutilated creatures, and I don't want to say I'm into that, but that is pretty cool looking. So like this Combat Patrol looks pretty good. They look kind of beefy. I don't play Drukhari, so I don't know if this is a really good Combat Patrol, but from an outsider's perspective, it looks like it could be. And then of course, you're gonna get the datasheet cards and some dice. My biggest disappointment is the datasheet cards, just in general, for 40k, because in roughly about a month, they'll be completely useless, because they're gonna redo, the weapons or anything like that, which is pretty stupid, but it's whatever. The dice, they look okay. Blue and yellow, I mean, it's an interesting color combination. I don't know, I feel like it's pretty man looking. Now, aside from the Drukhari, the other stuff that was announced was also a new Combat Patrol for the Death Corps of Krieg, which is, I kind of came out of left field. I didn't think they were going to make Combat Patrols for this. I didn't think they were even going to make any more big Combat Patrols, which is fine, but I really hope they do update the rules, because Combat Patrol in general it's pretty mid. It's like, once you learn how to play normal 40k, you're gonna kind of like leave that out. Like, you won't really even pay attention to it. But if they can change the rules and make it a little bit better, which I'm really hoping for, considering how much they've been pushing Combat Patrols recently, I really do hope that they release something in like the next few weeks saying, hey, by the way, here's the new added Combat Patrol, so that way it's actually fun. And then they're releasing this new book. The book looks really beautiful, and because the Tomb World just released, this is sort of like a companion to that, to the Tomb World Kill Team Squad. So as I was reading this earlier, and it actually seems really interesting, the special edition cover looks awesome. This cover looks goofy to me. It looks almost like just a normal fantasy like book, which was kind of meh. And then the other thing that's coming out is Morbid Hall Spear of Faith. I believe Morbid Hall has a couple books already, so I think this is kind of cool. The sisters definitely need a little bit more love. I feel like they get tossed aside. And then a French version, Choice Test Enemies. And then that's pretty much all that's releasing for Sunday. I feel like there's a lot of cool stuff. Drukari coming back is super cool.